The well-rounded Subaru Forester is set for a significant update and will premiere in 5th-generation guise at the 2018 New York Auto Show on March 28. The Forester has been a staple in Subaru's crossover range for more than 20 years and in its current form, is a tantalizing option for anyone looking at a reasonably priced compact-sized crossover. Last year, it was the brand's second best-selling model with around 180,000 units sold in the States, just behind the Outback. The 2019 Forester will be even more advanced and of course benefit from a visual overhaul. The Forester isn't the best-looking option in the market, especially when compared to the edgy new VW Tiguan. Subaru designers have tried to address this for the model's 5th generation. Camouflaged prototypes spied on the road show that some cues will be shared with the larger Ascent, and like many new cars, the 2019 Forester will be slightly larger than its predecessor. Bits and pieces from the Visa future concept will also make their way onto the Forester. The interior design remains a mystery, but as mentioned, Subaru will upgrade many of the important pieces of tech. At the heart of these updates will be improvements to the eyesight system that includes adaptive cruise control, lane keep assistant sway warning, pre-collision braking, and pre-collision throttle management. The 2019 Forester will be the 4th model in the range to ride on the Subaru Global Platform, conceived to be used by the firm's entire family of models. Importantly, the use of this platform will allow Subaru to develop electrified versions of the new Forester if it sees fit. The crossover could be the first Subaru to benefit from the same plug-in hybrid tech found in the Prius Prime after partnering up with Toyota. No matter what Subaru's decision on electrifying the Forester is, there will be the typical selection of 4-cylinder boxer engines available to customers alongside a CVT and standard all-wheel drive. We hope that Subaru will continue to offer the option of a manual gearbox. At this point, if the new Ascent's 2.4-liter turbo boxer that delivers 260 horse and 277 pound-feet of torque will make it into the new Forester, but fingers crossed. If you're open-minded and not ultimately sold on the Forester's new design, engines, and price, don't fret, as this segment of the market has numerous alternatives. The Honda CR-V is perhaps the most well-rounded option in the segment and can be purchased for a little over $24,000, making it an excellent bang-for-your-buck option. Sticking with the Japanese theme, the Mazda CX-5 is also a fierce competitor and starts at $24,150 in base form, while $26,215 gets you the SUV in the better equipped touring guise. Of the vehicles in this segment, it is perhaps the best looking. Those with a soft spot for German vehicles always have the VW Tiguan to consider. It starts at $24,595. TTHE 2019 Subaru Forester could get a price hike over the $22,795 commanded by the existing model, possibly approaching the competition that starts at around $24,000 in the States. Following its debut in New York, the next Forester will be arriving in showrooms later in the second half of the year.
Tesla Incorporated fans have waited a long time for the chance to buy the electric car company's Model 3 sedan, but an analyst said Monday that many didn't jump at their first chance to buy one. Bernstein research analyst Tony Sacconaghi Jr. said among the most recent group of reservation holders to receive purchasing privileges, existing owners of the company's previous cars, the Model S and Model X. Less than 30% opted to configure and purchase the car when given the chance. That was just the second group to receive access to purchase a Model 3, after Tesla employees. Sacconaghi wrote, "If correct, this take rate would be substantially worse than predicted by our July 2017 survey, which had indicated that up to 69% of SX owners with reservations were very likely to take delivery of their Model 3 inches." Tesla has banked on the Model 3 becoming a mass-market automobile, after releasing the Model S and Model X with high price tags meant to help finance the wholesale manufacturing changes that Chief Executive Elon Musk has ushered in for the Model 3. Hundreds of thousands of reservations flowed in after Musk first showed off the car, with $1,000 deposits attached, and Musk said late last year that Tesla had about 455,000 Model 3 reservations. Those $1,000 deposits are refundable, though, and reservation holders are not forced to immediately configure and purchase the car when they are offered. Tesla began offering the cars to employee reservation holders last year, and then moved on to Model S and Model X owners who reserved a Model 3, and has since moved on to first-time buyers, according to Sakanagi. Using Bloomberg's Model 3 tracker, Tesla's disclosures and his own research, Sakanagi reported Monday that 55% of employee reservation holders bought the car when offered, while slightly less than 30% of Model S and Model X owners with reservations configured and purchased a Model 3 when offered. Sakanagi warned against ringing the fire bell at such news, pointing out possible reasons for his results. 1. Lack of configurations. Tesla is only offering one Model 3 configuration at the moment, for $49,000. In the future, Tesla is expected to offer a base model at Musk's promised price of $35,000, as well as all-wheel drive configurations that potential owners in cold climates may be waiting for. 2. Bad timing. Owners may be waiting for the lease on their Model S or Model X to expire, or waiting to sell their current Tesla. 3. Lease option. Some may be waiting for Tesla to open up leasing options for the Model 3. Of course, Sakanagi also suggests a fourth possible reason that would not be good for Tesla: reservation holders who are not sure they actually want to buy a Model 3. He said, those of whom are genuinely undecided on the Model 3, and/or may be waiting further data points on initial build quality, and perhaps competitive EV offerings from other manufacturers. Sakanagi wrote from experience, as he is a Tesla owner who was offered a Model 3 and did not opt to immediately configure and purchase the car. As an owner of a Model X and a Model 3 reservation holder since early 2016, his family was offered the chance to configure and purchase a Model 3 on January 4. He deferred the purchase due to personal reasons, including whether the car would be optimal for a family of 5, and said Tesla followed up 3 times within a month after he declined to take them up on the offer. The final plea, on March 5, was a personal email from a Tesla support person that sought information on if he was waiting for a different configuration before ordering the car. Sakanagi wrote, based off this experience, our hypothesis is that Tesla may be modestly surprised about the Model 3's low take rates. In particular, we suspect that our most recent email from Tesla, asking us to identify our desired Model 3 configuration, was part of an effort to determine which new configurations might be most effective in converting deferrals to deliveries. Sakanagi retained a market perform rating on the stock with a $265 price target, and noted that Tesla has several levers to pull that could juice the rate at which customers are buying the cars, like releasing the all-wheel drive version or opening up leasing options. Tesla stock closed with a 2.4% decline at $313.56 Monday, and is up 19.9% in the past year, as the S&P 500 index has gained 14.1%. Analysts are split on the stock, with 9 rating it the equivalent of a buy, 10 a hold or similar, and 9 have a sell or underweight rating. The average price target is $319.74. Tesla did not immediately respond to a request for comment on this article.
The Nissan Leaf was the earliest practical BEV on the road, and was a landmark vehicle when it debuted on American highways in late 2010. More than 300,000 of the little electric cars have been sold since, about half of them in the US, making the Leaf, by Nissan's reckoning, the top-selling global BEV of all time. But the Leaf has gained company and lost market shares since 2010. Nissan said it sold 11,230 of them last year. According to the California Dealers Group, fewer Leafs were sold in the state in 2017 than the Chevy Bolt EV, Tesla Model S and Model X, and Fiat 500e. Before you start cracking wise about Nissan needing to turn over a new leaf, the 2018 actually is a new Leaf. The new model goes farther on a charge, recharges faster, has more features, is better looking and costs less than the 2017. The Leaf profile is lower, longer and sleeker. With sportier edges, it looks more like a car and less like a science experiment than previous models. Range has risen to an EPA-approved 151 miles, up from 107 miles, powered by a 40 kWh lithium-ion battery, replacing the 30 kWh battery on earlier models. That and some software changes have made the Leaf livelier. Horsepower and torque numbers are up substantially on the 2018 model, which jets silently from corner to corner and up to freeway speed. The range and battery life can also be extended using a variety of driving modes, giving the driver more control over how the Leaf's battery power is spent. A 6.6 kW onboard charger makes it possible to juice the Leaf up more quickly than previous models. Nissan says the Leaf can be charged at the rate of 22 miles of range per hour on a level 2 charger, or as fast as 90 miles in a half-hour at a fast charging station. Among the standard new features is Nissan's e-pedal, a technology that allows the car to apply electronic braking when the driver reduces pressure on the accelerator. This slows the car, and will bring it to a complete stop, while returning energy to the battery. With practice, the actual brakes seldom need to be applied at all, which increases range and extends the life of the brakes. Nissan is proud of its ProPilot driving assistance feature, which is now available in the Leaf. The program is designed to function as an adaptive cruise control system, applying braking and accelerating as needed, and helping the driver steer straight too. Nissan says, the feature is not an autonomous driving system but is a hands-on driver assistance tool, designed to reduce fatigue and stress by liberating the driver from constant use of the brake and accelerator pedals. Nissan has given its Leaf a clean new dashboard look and has used fabric and plastics to produce effective sound deadening. Around town and on the freeway, the Leaf is a nice, quiet car. The driver's cockpit is comfortable and spacious, though the back seats will be a little cramped for full-size adults. Those back seat folks are given cup holders but no plug-in ports for their devices. The storage area behind the front seats is adequate, and gets bigger when the rear seats are folded forward. But as on a lot of BEVs, there's a battery back there, which will make loading a bicycle or large box a little difficult. The entry-level Leaf starts at $30,875. The car comes in S, SV and SL trim lines. Many state and federal jurisdictions offer rebates and tax incentives to BEV buyers. As a further inducement, EPA tests determine that the average Leaf driver will spend only $600 a year on fuel, and will save $3,750 in fuel costs over 5 years of driving, and that's if gasoline prices remain stable. That, paired with a reasonably low MSRP on the Leaf, should help a few people become a little more willing to think about giving up their petrol habit and going electric.